And we are back after the break with another game. Seed 1 in this game is Eagle, going to be Scython, Dinfar and Vaughn. And they will be up against Seed 17 with Pluvia, Borukas and Videowave. As we see Team Sin Royalty taking the two barriers right off the gates, and Eagle responding with their own two barriers, and Din looks for a goal and is in, as I say. Alright, and let's see how this match will go. Again, it is a 1 versus 17 seed, so it would be an insane, unexpected result if we see Sin Royalty pull off something here, which I have no doubt they do wish to. They wish this underdog story for themselves, as we see them now defending against the combined attack of Scython on Din, and Din is put on stagger here with their burst in their hand. However, Borukas is low on energy and does get banished. Might spell disaster for them as they look for a kill. Videowave uses their ult for Borukas, doesn't quite get the revive, but does get them healed up. Scython now on very little HP and no energy, does get thrown out. Power play, but power play is denied by Vaughn as they use their primary to strike it right in on the offensive. What a great play coming out of the goalie gate. Excuse me. You know, the restraints of the goalie role for that scoring opportunity. It does seem that they really versed it one, after all. Who could have guessed? And yeah, now we see again Eagle on the offensive. They are just pushing this little by little. Din does use their burst to maybe get the barrier, but it is unfortunately wasted. Now a back pass to Vaughn. They are organizing this front play as Scython struggles to survive on the back leg, but struggling to survive is another thing that can be used for Borukas as they get thrown out. Power play now on the side of Eagle, and yeah, they are just playing so well together on the offense, really orchestrating great goals here as they take the first set quickly. A very dominant show of them, as I would expect, and now they are rewarded with first pick on the draft. We can see Din, who will be maybe picking explosive entrance here for the damage. Bull Cup is another option for damage, and also denies stagger from the opposing team. And we see now missile propulsion being taken by Videowave for that primary on Atlas, and now explosive entrance gets left to Scython on Zentaro. Probably the best pick, depends on who you ask. But speaking of good picks, Fight or Flight is picked up by Borukas on the Kai, and Vaughn gets stack on stacks, which might be very beneficial, especially with their playstyle of what seems to be a very good positioning up forward with the goalie and using their utility to keep the core up. And now we see again Eagle on the offensive as they banish and get Pluvia out of the game. Now we see Borukas and Videowave will be trying to pull the defense off on this power play, but Vaughn is here once again, and he is supplying the core to Scython, who strikes it right to the corner. Now again, on missile propulsion is looking to be utilized by Videowave here, but doesn't get quite found. Now Vaughn defending against the Tofu Fortress with their primary. Probably the only character that can pull off would be Rune, which is their pick right now. They're using their primary on the defensive this time, but the defensive is no more as Borukas almost gets taken out, but Videowave finds the revive, and the offensive on the Eagle side takes both of the barriers, and now Scython is going to look for an in with their primary, but doesn't get quite found. Now they are going to again build up to their offensive with Vaughn and Din playing back to back, and Vaughn now goes back in, and the burst is used on Din to get in, but Pluvia holds it right on the line with that Summer Assault. Now we are going the power play with Videowave knocked out. Yeah, is just not going to be saved by Borukas. They cannot find the out, if there even was one, with how orchestrated and organized Eagle seems with each other. And now we see Vaughn walking right off the gates, and they are pushing this top corner all together. Now the banish comes through. Borukas and Pluvia both get caught by it. Their HPs dwindle little to none, and little to none is the existence of Borukas as they are thrown out. Power play on the side of Eagle. Videowave defense with the primary and a last effort, and now Scython uses their burst and takes Videowave's strike. and then strikes it right into the net. Again, a dominant show in this set by Eagle. And now they are rewarded with the draft, and Hotshot on the take for Aimi first pick is going to be something they definitely will want to look for, but maybe they have something else they have their eyes on. Maybe a more unconventional pick, at least by my standards. And yes, it does seem they do. Prize Fighter makes sense with how much damage they have been supplying. Hotshot gets left onto the video wave. Chrono Boost is found by... is found by Cyclone here, which is an interesting pick to be sure, especially with Stinger on the field. But yeah, we see again all the other Awakenings drafted by others. Siege Machine drafted by Pluvia, and Tempo Swing drafted by Vargas to maybe keep themselves alive under these heaps of damage that Eagle will be putting down on them. Now again, on the offense, top corner, the first barrier gets taken. Eagle is pushing this corner in, and Vaughn again supplying the offense, and a triple banish comes through, taking that second barrier. And now Din and Saiton are gonna be looking to finish things up here. And they find such a short angle, such a slick angle on the top corner where Video Wave is. But they do not quite have the strike to count for it. Again, Vaughn coming right out, supplying this offense. And Saiton finds the middle angle from a bounce, taking both barrier. And now we see Pluvia and Vorkas on the first defense, but the offense gets quickly taken down. But Vaughn tries to do something, but unfortunately pays with their own barrier. And now a banish comes through. They're supplying the offense as they always have been in the series. And now Saiton and Din are gonna do, but a weird bounce off of the Tofu Fortress might have been in there, but Vaughn was ready for it. They were waiting for it, and now with two bursts on the side of Eagle, they seem to really build up to this. And Saiton, what a build up, ends up after the offense. They kill Varukas here, triggering a power play. Vaughn striking the core back here on the offense. Din has their burst, and they do use it, but is quite not found. The strike slips right through them, and now Vaughn is gonna be hitting the core back. The offense is not over yet. They are not quite done, and again they find that top corner. What an angle by Din. Truly a dominant show as they now go into a match point for Eagle side. And again, the same tactic they have been doing all game. It hasn't smiled down on them yet. It won't any sooner, I don't think. Pluvia is left on very little, and Vaughn uses their burst to get them out of the game, trigger this power play, and they also use their primary to not save their barrier but take the KO on Varukas. But Varukas is saved by Video Wave, and now another missed strike by Vaughn ends up taking their second barrier. Now an open net, but also a barrier being taken on the side of Cinder Royalty here, but an Atlas primary will push it right through everyone and to the net. Cinder Royalty taking a score for themselves. They are not going down without dignity. They will not go down saying they didn't try. And now, again, we will see them build up to this. Vaughn almost gets taken out, but the secondary saves them, and the one who actually gets taken out is Varukas here. Pluvia trying to defend with the Dubu Fortress will be found by the banish. And yeah, they are now just trying to kill people, it seems. Eagle really wants these damage. You know, maybe Saiton's damage is supplied by the Chrono Boost, you know, extending their ultimate. And now we see them on the offense. Two bursts again on the side of Eagle as Vaughn tries to make a play and does get it up. Will use their burst, but doesn't quite get it in. Now Saiton, the second burst. The second burst has hit the net, but it doesn't quite get it down. Now the third one also hits the net. Excuse me, not hits the net, hits the towers. What? Anyways, the score is done as they orchestrated another pressure. They pincered the goalie, and teams in the Royalty just struggled to find the true. And yeah, a dominant show by the first seed of the tournament, as you would expect. I am hopefully like very excited to see what they will do up in the ladder and see if Cinder Royalty will pull up back onto their legs with everything that happened, and maybe meet them again in the future of the tournament. And that has been Cinder Royalty versus Eagle, as Eagle wins the game 1-0. And yeah, thank you for watching. We'll be back with the next game very soon.